Hey everybody, Leslie here. Decided to jump on real quick. Oh my God, I'm just really frustrated right now. Um, well, part of it is that I've been postponing doing the what I've been up to these past 6 years that I haven't been on YouTube as far as my life goes because a lot of like questions can come up and whatever. But long story short, I just really need to just do it. So I'm gonna do it as quickly as possible and try to like stay within the 10-minute limit of this video. Um, So basically, in 6 years, my marriage came to an end, which is the biggest thing. I'll start with that because that's probably the most recent, most, I guess, painful, you could say. So my ex husband and I were together for 17 years, and about 2 years ago, I realized that I wanted out of the marriage. Um, we did what we could. Uh, I knew that my ex wasn't going to change as far as giving me what I needed emotionally, physically, all that stuff. And I told him I wanted out. He insisted that we continue to try. We went to counseling. We went through our church. Everything for the benefit of our son. My son is now 10 years old, and he never really saw us argue. Never really saw us fighting. But I know that he was exposed to seeing the dynamic with us change as far as communication and things like that. But anyway, so 2 years ago that happened, and then we worked it through for a year. We really tried our best to, try different things, spice up the marriage, and it came to a point where a year after that, I introduced him to a friend of mine who, at the time, I was working with, and not with directly, but we both worked for the same company. And long story short, they met, and he decided to be really good friends with her, supposedly and allegedly, and decided that the shoe was turned. Basically, the shoe was on the other foot a year after that, and he apparently wanted out of the marriage because he wanted to sustain that friendship with her. So I said that I was feeling jealous of that friendship. I wanted him to not to have that distraction with her, and let's still go back to the church. Let's go to counseling. Let's try to work it out for our son, for us. And he decided to not do that. So there's been many other things in the marriage in those 17 years that have probably came to a head, but ultimately he left me for her, for an emotional relationship, most likely physical as well, but that didn't really come up. Um, so he moved in with her and her three kids, two baby daddies, 4 months after he met her. So I filed for divorce last March. No, I'm sorry, we separated last March, filed for divorce in April, and my divorce was finalized just this past February. So I am now a single woman, divorced. It's been a really trying time emotionally. My son is resilient as all hell, just like his mom. He's been handling living out of two homes. Homeboy still lives with her, but he's about to move to his dad's temporarily, and it's another change for my kid until he finds another house with his new girlfriend. So yeah, that's what he's doing. He's in the midlife crisis, midlife crisising, I guess. But anyway, he will do what he's gonna do. It's been a slow healing process for me. I still continue to have my own therapy about it, and I do my best to try to co parent as much as I can with that man. I basically loathe him, and that's okay. I'm totally okay with that. I know he is a good dad. He has made some poor choices that I don't agree with, because our parenting styles suddenly changed when he became when he started being in a relationship with that woman. But anyway, my son is what matters to me the most now, and it has taken me a bit of time to get my footing. I moved in with my brother for temporary, my mom and I. So my mom was living with us before. We had to sell our house, which was devastating for me. It was our first purchase, beautiful 4 bedroom, 2,700 square feet house that I never thought I would ever get rid of, and that was for our son. But we had to sell it, and so I moved in with my brother. We were there for, I think, about 8 months. And then now I live in a 3 bedroom house that we rent, and I love it. It's my new home and have a space for my son. He's super happy. We were really crammed before, and now he has his own room, his own space. All our stuff's out of storage. Anyway, my mom and I live here, and my son lives with me every other week. So we have 50-50 custody, which really sucks. I don't want to share him. I understand that he's his dad and he needs his dad, and I should be grateful that he has his dad in his life. But I still don't like to share him because he came out of my body, and I'm psycho like protective. But anyway, I'm blessed. The situation definitely could have been worse. It was an ugly divorce, I guess you could say. Um, but that's that. So um, I've been single for a year, and it's been, you know, good and bad. I mean, there's been good things about it, bad things about it. I'm able to financially do whatever the fuck I want, pardon the French, but I work hard for my money and I don't have anyone trying to tell me what to do and what to spend. Um, I come and go as I please. When my son is here, my life is all about him, and when he's not, I actually have time to do whatever I want. And I'm still trying to find footing on like what that looks like. I want to have healthy work-life balance. I don't want to just be those single workaholic people, which is about 90% of everybody, especially men. But I don't want to do that. Um, what else? What else? As far as my licensure, so you guys all know I'm an MFT. I got 6 years, of trying to get my damn license, but every time I've tried to take my exam, life has happened. I'm going through a divorce, buying a house, changing jobs, having a baby, all these things. Um, Correction, I only have one son, but parenting is ongoing. So I have not passed my exam just yet. I was supposed to take it June 3rd, but with COVID, I think it was just in my best interest to postpone it until I'm ready. Just I'm working currently from home. I'm doing social work right now. I took a break from therapy just because emotionally I wasn't in a position to do that and be there for my clients, especially when I was going through such a hard time. So yeah, so basically, I love my job. Love, love, love my job. I basically work with disabled adults in home, doing services, doing case management, and I really want to pass my test. I want to make more money. I want to be able to probably still keep this job and then just do private practice, at some point. But yeah, so um, as far as my weight goes, like I said the video before, I'm pretty good with that. I, do my best to, to stay on track with things, and I'm trying to find who Leslie is again. Being single, I would say that divorce by far, you guys, is the hardest thing I've ever gone through in my life, ever. In my whole 40 years of life, parenting, um, having a baby, buying a house, changing jobs, with the exception of a loss, I haven't, knock on wood, I haven't had grief in my life. I haven't lost anyone very dear and near to me, so I can only imagine that being worse. I have lost two dogs, which was devastating, but with people, like I still thankfully have my brother and my mom, and but divorce has literally been debilitating for me. I lost my job, I lost my husband, I lost a friend, and I lost my home, my way of life. Even though I was unhappy, it was still my way of life. And so I basically had every major stressor. My therapist was like, girl, you are handling it pretty damn well considering because you've literally had every major stressor. And being on the other side of the therapy role is weird because, obviously that's what I do for a living. And, she's been awesome and putting me in check on where I need to grow and where, what I need to do in my healing. Um, but now it's just kind of like, all right, I need to find my way now through life with, sustaining friendships that are still married and do family things and not being the oddball out, or being that single 40-year-old that's starting all over again. Um, you know, it's hard, it's weird, it's really strange. Would I ever go back to my old life? Absolutely not. I'm super happy with meaning that I am free. I can do whatever I want. And if someone isn't going to completely give themselves to me with emotionally being available, being vulnerable. I thought I knew the person I was with for 17 years, but I really didn't. And so I want to find that. Now, I do believe in love still, and I do marriage. I don't know. It's a lot of work, you guys. So I don't know if I want to do marriage again. I'm not saying I don't believe in it, but I really think that marriage uh, is a lot and it takes a lot of work on both parts. And I know that for a long time, there's always two sides of the story. He might say that he always did the very best that he could and gave me everything I wanted and was everything I needed, but he really wasn't in my eyes. And that was always communicated in a very poor way because he didn't have communication skills. So, anyway, I'm not here to bash my ex because for those who are watching this and know me and are in my life, you guys know exactly how I feel about the guy. So, my goal is now to move on and, I've been really wanting to talk about my dating experience. And right now, actually, I wanted to do that video, but I knew that I needed to update you guys on kind of what I've been up to. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I'll probably make another video because I still have yet to say, and I need a break. I've been working all day. The video's at 11 minutes. Hopefully, I don't have to trim it. But anyway, guys, take care. I will see you soon, and I hope you have a good one. Bye.